Nick, back again with another dose of love for all the signs, except this time there's a little bit of a twist. I decided to kind of switch it up a little, and I think it'll be fun, like a fun little game where you need to use your intuition, use your gut, and follow your heart and see which pile you're guided to. So for today, we're going to be doing like a pick a card style, and I have 4 different sets. You'll see it up in the screen, and what I want you to do is close your eyes, maybe take a few deep breaths in, and then when you open, just look, choose the pile that you feel most drawn to, whichever your eyes go to first, or whichever you just feel more of a magnetic pull. Pick that pile, and if you I would say just pick one, but if you feel drawn to more than one, then go ahead and you're more than welcome to listen to all 4 piles, because there may be something that is for you. So the first pile, it is a blue quartz. Second pile is rose quartz. Third pile is orange calcite, and then the 4th pile is green aventurine. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. But I don't want you to choose just based off the crystal. I want you to choose by which one you feel drawn to. So just take a few moments after I'm done here talking and just kind of see which one you feel most drawn to, okay? And I will have the timestamps listed below per usual. And it's the same kind of style like the weekly dose, except going through each sign. I just want you guys to pick which message is for you, all right? And of course, these are general, so it may not always resonate to the T with everybody, but just listen with an open mind, open heart, take what fits, leave the rest out. And again, my intention with these is to help bring you more light, more love, more clarity, help you feel better about yourself, send healing energy to you guys, and just hopefully make you think about or see something a little bit differently, especially if you are going through something kind of tough. And by the way, happy birthday to all my Sagittarians out there. We are now in a different season, although we still have, we have Venus in Scorpio, so it's like we're still feeling that Scorpio energy, right? And a lot of things happening planetary wise this month, so we're definitely going to end off intensely, I think, for sure, since we're entering into like eclipse season, right? So hopefully these messages find you guys well. I hope you enjoy them. And yeah, so let's get started, all right? So I'm going to start with group or pile number 1, which is the blue quartz. All right, let's see. And this is the blue quartz in case you want to see it. Actually, I got these new crystals as a gift. My mom had bought me this little like set that she found. I was like, oh, that's so cute. All right, so group 1, your message to start off as an affirmation is, I am forgiving, and I want you guys to know that you are forgiving and you are forgiven. If you feel guilty about something, or if you feel, oh, I should have done that, or I feel bad about something, just know that you're forgiven about it. You don't need to stay up all night or be beating yourself up over something if you are sincerely sorry about it. But at the same time, I want you also to keep in mind that people are humans. We all make mistakes. Not saying that some people don't intentionally try to hurt people, but try to really forgive. And, especially if you're not perfect, none of us are perfect, I'm not perfect, try to look at situations and people with a bigger perspective, in a different way, that, everyone's kind of going through something or handling their difficulties or handling life in a different way. Some of us do it in a good way, others maybe not. But it's always good to just forgive. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is forgive those who hurt us, right? Forgive people who we thought would never do those things to us. But forgiving them is really you forgiving yourself, healing yourself for your own mental sanity and health and well-being. So focus this time to forgive yourself, but also forgive others, even if they're not sorry, even if they show no remorse whatsoever, okay? And just tell yourself, if you're finding it really hard to forgive someone and you're angry, you're resentful, just practice saying that to yourself. I'm forgiving, I forgive you, and just let that all out, because the more you let that in your energy and keep it in, it keeps you tense, it keeps you heavy, and you don't want that. You want to feel light, you want to be able to fly and experience happiness and see bigger, better things. But the longer you hold on to heavy, dark energy, the more you stay here, the more you stay in one place and you can't advance forward. It's a very like spiritual, energetic thing, if to be honest with you guys. All right. And then as your positive affirmation, you guys got, it's okay not to know everything. It's okay not to know everything. Okay, so please practice saying this at least 3 times if you can, in the morning as you wake up, at night before you go to bed, and maybe throughout the day, you know, while you're driving or showering, walking around, at the gym or whatever. But just practice saying that, especially during times when you're frustrated, you're like, oh gosh, like I wish I knew that, or why don't I know the answer to this? Just tell yourself it's okay. I'm not a machine, I'm not a robot, I'm not a computer, I'm not Google. I don't need to know every single thing. And just because I don't know that doesn't mean I'm not smart, right? And you'd be really surprised if you really took time within yourself, that a lot of the answers you seek, or a lot of the questions that you want the answers to, you already know deep down inside. A lot of times you're just looking for confirmation. You're just looking for to be validated. But a lot of times those questions we really are fired up for, we really want to know, we deep down inside, we know the truth. We know the answer. So just practice saying that it's okay not to know everything. It's okay if I don't know everything. Maybe I'm not meant to know that right now. It's okay. It'll come when it's supposed to. Okay. And you guys got card number 40, and it says thank you. So at this time, or today, whenever you watch this, take a second, take a moment to thank someone in your life. Someone who has made an impact, or someone who has helped you, or who has brought light or love into your life. And don't forget to thank those people around you, whether it's your neighbor, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, your pets, you know, for being your lovely companion. Just don't forget to give thanks. And those people who, you know, we tend to sometimes take for granted because, you know, they're always there and like, oh, well, that's my mom, or oh, that's my brother. But you may think, oh, but well, they know I'm grateful. They know I appreciate them. They know I love them. But sometimes it's like it's another level to actually say it and like show it, and maybe give that person a hug and just be like, you know what? Thanks for listening to me yesterday. Thanks for being there and just putting up with my rant and me being grumpy and stuff. Like, I appreciate that. Okay. All right. And then your message from the universe is about chaos. There are difficult times ahead. Things are falling apart so that better things can come together. Remember to have faith. Hard times do not last forever. Better days are near. So I think the universe is wanting to prepare you, probably this whole year, right, has been preparing you for chaos, and how, you know, things can change in the blink of an eye. We just never know what can happen. But just always know that these difficult times or challenges or obstacles that get thrown at you are not to go against you or to break you down. It's to build you up. It's to make you stronger. It's to help you build thicker skin, to know your power, to know your truth, because you never really know how strong you are until you're forced to be strong, right? You never really know. It's like someone was trying to run away from a bad guy, like maybe that person never runs, but in that moment they can run as fast as Forrest Gump, right? Because you don't know until you're put in a position where you have no choice but to be strong. So whatever chaos or difficult times that come your way, just know that they're temporary, they're not gonna last, and it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And in the long run, later down the line, you're going to realize, okay, you know, if that didn't happen to me, if I didn't meet that person or go through that, I wouldn't have the knowledge, and I wouldn't be who I am today. Okay. And then as your animal spirit, guys, you guys got the rabbit, and it's symbolizing fear, shyness, and anxiety. And the rabbit is here to remind you that you have the ability to overcome your fears. Everything will work out fine. So if you've been dealing with a lot of anxiety, or you've been kind of scared, or been kind of afraid to show up and be in your true skin, be your true self, because you're afraid maybe what people will see, what people will think about you or judge you, it's time to let go of those fears, because they're all in your mind. They're make-believe, they're not real. it's just you telling yourself that they are real. And a lot of times, you know, like when we're out and about, you think everyone is worried about you. You think people are staring at you, but really people are not worried about you. People are worried about their own lives. They got their own things going on and no one's really paying attention. And I think if we started to realize that more, we wouldn't be so concerned about what people think, because a lot of times we think people care more than they do, and they don't. They're just worried doing their own thing, you know? All right, and then as your crystal that you can most benefit from at this time, or maybe you resonate with, is rhodochrosite, and it's associated with the heart chakra. So this may be a chakra that, you know, maybe needs some healing, needs some attention from you right now. And this crystal promotes courage, memory, passion, and sex. Great for self-love, encourages healthy spleen, heart, kidneys, and circulation. It aids in the healthy development of babies as well. And an affirmation I want you to practice with me right now is, I am perfectly capable of loving myself unconditionally. I am perfectly capable of loving myself unconditionally. Beautiful. So you probably need some heart chakra practices or work right now when it comes to your heart space. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay, so Group 1, some of you could be a Pisces, Taurus, or Libra possibly, or maybe you have that somewhere in your chart, but of course it doesn't have to be. But I'm seeing that what's happening with you right now, the situation you're in, is that you're in a process of growth, of networking, expanding. Maybe you're trying to get together with friends, or get together with business partners, or share ideas, collaborations. You're trying to get things going. You're trying to take practical, logical, rational steps towards your goals. Maybe you're becoming, or you just joined, or you're thinking of joining a group or an organization, or you're trying to combine ideas with others. But it just feels like you're trying to expand, you're trying to grow, you're trying to get your ideas, or, you know, what you want to get done out there into the world. And I think like you're trying to do things kind of fast, although you know you gotta there's steps to it. You can't just jump from point A to point B so fast. But I feel here that what could be blocking you or hindering your growth right now is your desire to be accepted, or maybe a little bit too concerned or worried too much about how people will perceive you or receive you, and focusing so much on growth that you don't want to step on any toes or step on any fingers, and maybe you're too concerned about how things look instead of how it really is. And it's more important to look at, you know, the roots, the core, you know, the meaning, the reasoning, the purpose behind what you're doing, not just the face and how it appears or how it looks, right? It's like someone who's, let's say, trying to open a hair salon business, right? And they're just so worried about, the walls, the architecture, the outside, the sign, how's it gonna be? I'm gonna put this flower out here or this here. But then you don't know, you don't have a scheduling system yet. You don't know which hairstylists are gonna work, or what products you're gonna have on display, or what services you're gonna offer to clients and to the public. So it's you gotta look at the nitty-gritty stuff, the more important stuff, and then worry about the outward appearance and how it looks on the outside, or how people see it afterwards. That's after you get everything else done first. But 3 is repeated twice for you guys, so that definitely is an important number for you. There's just a lot of growth, a lot of progression. You're really kind of concerned or involved in your external environment, things that are going on around you. I feel like you're really aware, you're really worried about your environment, or how people see you, how you communicate, how you talk to people, things that you're relating to. And I also see that it's you're wanting to do maybe 2 things at once, instead of focusing maybe on one thing. I also feel that There could be some distractions, distractions about how people see you, and maybe you're a little bit too worried about your image, a little bit too worried about your reputation, your status, your outward appearance, or your beauty, that kind of gets you off track sometimes, instead of focusing on what it is that you were trying to work on from the beginning. But I see that what you should be focusing on, or where you should be paying more your attention into, is communicating your ideas, sharing your ideas, expressing it, not being so worried about how it comes out, or how you say it, or how it's worded, how it's typed, but just get it out there. Just say, take more chances, speak your mind, say your truth. Don't be so worried about how it comes out, or what they're gonna think, or what this person's gonna think, but you need to express it more. You need to, your mind is precious. You're so smart. You have such a big imagination. You don't want to let it go to waste. You need to share your ideas more. You need to talk about it. Maybe write more, talk more out loud, practice with yourself in the mirror if that's something you have kind of trouble with. But I just see that what's going to help you is to really focus on your communication and talking more, or letting it out, expressing it in some way, and just taking more chances and working faster, not procrastinating, not getting too fixed on the finale or the end result, and more so working right now, getting from A to B and doing all the small steps in between. Okay? All right. And what someone is thinking or feeling or wants to tell you at this time is, I remember everything. I remember everything. So there's someone here who I think is thinking about you a lot at night, and is kind of always remembering the good memories. And I saw this quote, I think it was on Instagram or somewhere, about saying that, I'll never regret, I'm gonna butcher this, I don't know how it was exactly written, but I'll never regret my experience with someone, or being with someone, because they either served their purpose and I had great memories with them, and that's what I'm going to take with me. And if it didn't work out, or it ended for whatever reason, it is what it is, but I'll take the lessons and the good memories with me, because at one point we did care about each other, at one point we did love each other, and that's what matters. So remembering the good memories and not becoming bitter or wanting to close that whole chapter, letting go, but not totally forgetting that experience, because that experience was beautiful at one moment, at one point in time, and you did grow from it. Even if it was hurtful, even if it was good or bad, it was an experience for you. And I think this person is kind of being really nostalgic right now and remembering a lot of things about you, or thinking about you a lot at night. Maybe they've been having dreams about you, or you may randomly start thinking about them at night, or get a dream about them. It's probably because they're thinking about you too. Especially if it's really random and you haven't thought about this person in forever, you're not thinking about them and it just randomly pops up, then yeah, that's probably. But if it's you thinking about them a lot, then maybe not. But if it's pretty random, most likely they are they are thinking about you, and you're feeling their energy in your presence. Okay? And as your advice here, we got move. Get outdoors, be at one with nature, cherish the home for your body, for your soul and your body. Okay? And as your angel advice, you guys got fresh air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and window to refresh your home as well. Okay, beautiful. So get outside, get some fresh air, guys. And get your ideas out there. I think for a lot of you, if you're trying to jot down new ideas, or maybe you like creative writing or speaking or something, maybe getting outside or into nature, changing your work environment can help bring more ideas, or help you feel more comfortable to step into a new space and just let it all out. Okay? All right, so group 1, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. All right, take care. All right, So now moving on to group 2. Okay, so group 2, you guys are the rose quartz. Beautiful. Sending you lots of love, as I do with each group. So group 2, I want to remind you that you are caring, that you are such a caring, loving person. And if you find that you right now are like, you know what, I just don't care about anything, I'm gonna stop giving a crap, like F this, F that, you know, like I feel like this generation is very like, I don't care about anything, but that's not you. Even when you try to be like that, even when you try to say, oh, F this, I don't care about anything, I don't care about you, I don't care about love, I don't want this, you know deep down inside that's not you, that's not your heart. You are a caring person, and that's something beautiful about you that you should never try to take away from yourself. You have a caring heart and you're a caring person, and that's something to cherish. It's something to be proud of. And I think it's good to remind yourself that because you care, you know, you're able to connect with people, you're able to sympathize with people, and maybe you are an empath, you know, you could be really sensitive and you feel a lot of energy, you pick up on things, and it's okay to care. Don't ever be ashamed that you care about something or you care about someone. That I think that's a beautiful thing, because there are some people who are out and about in this world who are like dead inside, and you could see it, you can feel it. It's like they're just kind of like out walking, but like zombies, and that's sad, you know, and I don't want you to be like that, and that's not who you are. So don't ever try to strive to be like that just because the culture, people are like thinking that it's cool nowadays to pretend like you don't care about anything or anyone, because that's not who you are. And then as your positive affirmation, you guys got everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. So you guys know the drill. I want you to practice saying this out loud 3 times, and I want you to say it with a lot of intention, like you really mean it and you really believe it, okay? Because intention is everything. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Especially during times when you're freaking out or you're stressed or you're like a lot of bad things are happening maybe. You got to tell yourself it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Why worry about something when there's nothing I can do about it or it's out of my control? What's done, it's done. Worrying about it just makes it worse. Doesn't make me feel any better. So why even do that? Okay? And also, don't worry about things that haven't even happened yet, because if you worry too much or you stress over something that hasn't even happened, it's like you're putting yourself in that situation twice, feeling like it's gonna happen, and then when it happens, because you're like manifesting it happening because you're so worried about it, you keep thinking about it. All right, and so it looks like the universe, guys, wants you to detox at this time. You guys got card number 49, or you can 4 + 9, in case that number means something to you. And I don't mean just a physical detox, like eating, drinking, and maybe going, I don't know, eliminating stuff from your diet. Not just that, although maybe some of you need a detox possibly. But this is all areas, body, mind, soul, spirit. Just as, like, you know, they say you have to be cautious or be mindful of what you're letting into your body. This applies to everything. You know, who are you allowing into your energetic field? Who are you talking to? Who are you giving your energy to? Who are you listening to? What people are around you all the time, or what people are you letting close to you that are influencing you? And are they helping you in any way, or are they taking away your energy? And sometimes detoxing means you got to detox people, situations from your life, certain mentalities that have been holding you back, own your own toxic habits and traits, and then food as well, because everything is energy. Everything's very spiritual, and what you allow in your energetic field and in your life does affect you, body, mind, soul, spirit. And if there are people around you that you feel like you're putting so much energy and love into, but you're not receiving anything in return, but you're keeping them around because you love them, it's only hurting you. It's hurting you more. So this is going to be a great time for you guys to really start detoxing people, places, things from your life that are not for you. Okay? Okay, and the universe also wants to remind you guys about forgiveness. It's not always easy to forgive, but it is beneficial. Allow yourself to heal and release negative patterns. Forgiveness brings you peace. So maybe there's someone that you need to forgive, or a situation you need to forgive, or vice versa. Maybe someone who wants your forgiveness, and maybe it's really hard for you to let go. Maybe it's hard for you to forgive this person, but I think forgiving them, or you, or them forgiving you, is going to bring peace for both of you. Okay? And then as your animal spirit, you guys got the bat, and it's symbolizing vision, dreams, and journey. And the bat is here to remind you that you are on the right path. You are being guided. So even when it's dark and you feel like there's no light, you feel like you're lost, you're not lost, you're being guided. And after this dark time, or after the confusion and sadness, there's going to be a rainbow, there's going to be sunshine, and a beautiful flower is going to grow. Okay, so don't worry. And as your crystal that you guys can most resonate with right now, or may help you at this time, is malachite, or malachite. I think it's malachite, how you say it. And it's associated with the heart chakra. So both you and group 1 got crystals associated with the heart chakra. So this could be an area that really needs more special attention from you right now. And it heals emotional abuse, especially from childhood, encourages healthy relationships based on love, compassion, and not need. Boosts the immune system and eliminates infections and sinus blockages, and helps overcome fears of flying. Maybe some of you have a fear of heights or flying possibly. And an affirmation associated with malachite that I want you guys to repeat with me is, I welcome positive transformation in my life. I welcome positive transformation in my life. And I think just looking at any changes, any transformation in your life as positive, will really change and make things a little bit easier to deal with. When you say, you know what, this is tough right now, but I know it's going to bring positive changes, I'm just going to go with it. Okay, let me put this down because I feel like it's a little too bright. Yeah, it's like getting blinded. Okay, can you still see me? Sorry guys. I think that's fine. Okay, anyways, let's continue. All right, so group 2, let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, so some of you could be an Aquarius, or maybe you have Aquarius in your chart, or dealing with an Aquarius, but of course doesn't have to be. So where you are right now, or your situation, what you're focusing, or what you're doing is, you're really energetic. There's a lot of things that you are passionate about, or that you're wanting to get out there, you're wanting to express, you're wanting to communicate something. Maybe you are really excited to enter into some new space, some new journey in your life. And I feel like right now you have a lot of energy, and it's going to be really important for you to focus that energy on your, your destination, on your goals, on your dreams, because you don't want to let it go to waste. Maybe right now you're excited, or you're wanting to work out, exercise, get stronger, or gain muscle, or lose weight, or whatever. A lot of you, I feel, also are kind of on a roll. Like you're going to be receiving a lot of ideas, a lot new inspirations, imaginations. Maybe you're going to be receiving a lot of attention from people, or a lot of people are kind of like sparking, or you are sparking a lot of people's interest. And I feel like here though, what could be blocking you, or something that could be hindering you, is your own indecision, and not deciding, or not being really clear about your vision, or not being really clear about what you want. Like if I asked you right now, what is it that you want? What do you want? Honestly, could most of you answer me? And maybe some of you would be like, yeah, I know. And others of you would probably be like, I'm not sure. And I think that's the problem. You may not be getting certain things that you want right now because you're not decisive about it, because you're not really sure. You're like, oh, I kind of want it, well, I kind of this, I'm not sure. So right now that's hindering you, being stuck between your mind and your heart, and not really coming to an agreement there, and maybe not making up your mind. So needing to make a decision, or being indecisive, is something that is kind of preventing you from moving all the way forward, or getting to where you want to be. And where you should be focusing your energy onto right now, or what you should be doing, is your dreams, your goal. You should be getting your ideas out there. You should be healing. You should be communicating, or what's it called? Not communicating, like interacting with people, meeting new people, sharing ideas, expanding your mind, reinventing yourself. So really putting what you're thinking about, what your goals, into action, into play. And realizing that, you know, you have a lot of great gifts and talents, and you have a lot of good ideas. It's just about, you know, not thinking about it so much and just doing it and just putting it out there and just seeing what comes out of it. Because if you're scared and you don't take that chance, it's going to be really hard to see any results, or it's going to, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to actually take that chance and go for it. So I feel like what you need to do is stop being so indecisive and be yourself, be your unique self. Just know that you're different, you're not like everyone else, and you don't need to do everything. You don't need to do it like everybody else, because you're different. You need to do it your way. So start doing things your way, even if it doesn't seem like anyone else is doing it. That's okay. If whatever works for them maybe doesn't work for you. So do things your own unique way, put them out there, and stop thinking so much about it, and focus on, is this for the greater good of humanity? Am I doing this because I really like it? This is who I am, and am I staying true to myself? Okay, so whatever you're doing, you will be successful and be happy as long as you're staying true to yourself. So always stay true to yourself no matter what. And what someone is thinking or feeling or wants to tell you is, I have changed for the better. I have changed for the better. So this could have been someone that you were dealing with, or either friend, family, a lover, anyone. But this person, I think, maybe was going through some things, or was really not being true to themselves. Maybe had a lot of toxic habits, traits about them, things that you didn't like, and now it looks like they have been implementing change, or they've been trying to be better. They've been trying to improve or take your advice and maybe do better to get back into your good graces or come back into your life. You know, maybe this person was abusive before. Maybe they were a bully. Maybe they were really mean to you, or didn't appreciate you, or put you down a lot. And I think now they're starting to kind of realize, all right, I can't be like this. I gotta change my ways. And maybe they're not 100% there, but I feel like they are changing. And I think it's because mentally they're maturing. Maybe in the past they were really immature or egotistical, prideful, and it seems like now they're wanting to really be better. Okay. And then as your advice here, we have about eating well. Nourish your body as well as your soul. Make better food choices to build your strength physically and energetically. So some of you maybe haven't been eating very well, or you've been not eating at all, or eating only junk food. And I think at this time it's going to be really important to make sure you don't have to eat super strict or super healthy all the time, but make sure you're eating okay, you're staying hydrated, you're having some fruits, some veggies, not just always processed or junk food. Do the best with what you have, right? But listen to your body. Feed, nourish your soul, your body. If you feel like you're always lethargic or tired, maybe you're not eating the right nutritions, or you're deficient in some things. Or if you're always full and bloated, maybe you need to take away some things from your diet. Maybe you need to drink more hot water. That's something that I usually do, especially now because it's cold. Every morning, the first thing I do, well, after I brush my teeth and stuff, is I drink 2 or 3 cups of hot water or hot tea, depending on what I'm feeling. But I always have like my hot tea or hot water, and at night before I go to bed, I have like 2 cups of hot tea or hot water, hot bedtime tea. And I feel like that, I just enjoy that. That's like just like what I like to do. But if you're having digestion issues, having hot drinks, well, hot water is it's a really great way to solve your problems. You may not even need to take medicine or anything like that. Okay, what was the other thing I was gonna say? Also, if I'm picking up that some of you, maybe sometimes when you're going through stress, either you eat a lot or you don't eat anything, and neither of that is good. So you just want to be mindful that you're not allowing your external circumstance to stop you from taking care of yourself. You don't want to overeat when you're sad or you're stressed, but you also want to make sure you are eating and that you're not just like skipping meals and starving yourself, okay? And as your angel advice, you guys got notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. So it looks like you're going to be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities, possibly, whether it's through numbers, through, you know, signs on the billboard, music, lyrics you hear, people you encounter. There's just things that you're gonna be like, oh, like that doesn't make sense. What the heck? What a coincidence. And it's a sign for you, but it's gonna be important for you to be aware and be able to realize, okay, that's what it means. And I want you guys all also to keep in mind that, you know, just because you see a number or see a feather or see something, it doesn't always mean that the meaning you find on Google or whatever is what it is. You have to really look at your situation. What were you doing in that moment? What were you thinking? How did you feel in that moment? Were you feeling good? Were you feeling sad? Were you feeling stressed? All those things come into play because that object or that thing you see has a specific message for you, and when someone else sees that, their message is different. So you want to see, what was I doing, who was I with, what was I talking, what was I, you know, thinking about, and how did I feel in that moment, and that will kind of put all the matching pieces together for you and it'll make sense. Okay, all right, so group 2, I hope you guys enjoyed these messages. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. I'm sending you guys lots of love, happiness, good vibes, and hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right, take care. Bye. All right, so let me pick this up that fell. All right, so next is group 3. Group 3, you guys were the orange calcite. Here you go. And this stone warms the soul and brings comfort to those who possess it. So nice, sending you lots of warmth. Okay, so group 3, what I want you guys to know is that you are fabulous. Yes, honey, you're fabulous. And if you didn't know, now you know. You're fabulous. And if someone asks you, be like, yep, Nicloves said I'm fabulous, so I'm fabulous. I'm just kidding, don't say that. But you are, okay? And I think it's always good to remind yourself that you're amazing, that you're fabulous, that you are, you know, no one is like you. And even if someone else doesn't think you're fabulous, that's okay. That's their opinion. It doesn't matter, but you are fabulous. And it's always good to remind ourselves that, you know, like sometimes we need to pick ourselves up. Sometimes we need to be conceited or tell ourselves all these good things because a lot of times we don't feel that way, you know? I would bet that most of us most of the time don't feel good about ourselves. It's usually the opposite. And we have to practice, or we have to be really mindful of like telling ourselves good things to keep ourselves motivated, to keep ourselves, you know, high vibrational. It's not easy. It's not always easy. It takes effort to lift ourselves up. So I hope that at this time you will take this time to lift yourself up and motivate yourself and just tell yourself good things, okay? And as your positive affirmation, you guys got, I attract positive, healthy relationships. So you guys know the drill. I want you to practice saying this out loud 3 times. I attract positive, healthy relationships. And I want you to really say it with a lot of intention, like you really mean it and you really believe it, okay? Because intention is everything and it makes the biggest difference, guys. Like, I promise you. And this is an affirmation that I practice myself every single day. I have a list on my phone and I call it the daily dose of love. And I have a whole long list of affirmations that I practice for myself every day because, you know, I'm just like you. I don't always wake up feeling good about myself. I don't always feel happy. I have to... It takes effort. I have to practice these things. And the more you do it, the more it just kind of tricks your brain into believing these things because your mind is powerful. If you believe something, it's real, but you got to believe it. So believe that you will be attracting and that you are going to be attracting positive, healthy relationships. Okay? All right. And you guys got card number 32. You can add 3 + 2, 5. And it says, speak with love. Speak with love. I love this image. It makes me feel like I'm in Italy or something. Maybe some of you are Italian. I feel here that you're just being encouraged to make sure that everything you say, it's coming from the heart, and that if you do have something nasty that, or something you're thinking, or something that you know is not nice, just don't say it to that person, don't communicate it. But when you do speak, make sure you're saying it from a loving place, and that you are sharing, you know, those good energies, those good vibes that you feel with people. Because sometimes you may think, oh, well, this person knows I love them, they know I care about them, but it really helps when you say it out loud, right? Like, it's just another thing when you can validate it or confirm it to someone, as opposed to just thinking, oh, well, they already know. So at this time, maybe remind someone or tell someone that you care, you know, that you love them, that you care about them, or they make a difference in your life. Okay? And the universe wants to remind you at this time about surrender. It's time to let go and set it free. You are holding on too tight. Release whatever is hindering you. So it's time to surrender, or let go of maybe something that you've been holding on to for quite some time, and you know you need to let go of it, or you know you need to say bye, but for some reason you just haven't been able to do so. And I think now is that confirmation that it's time to let it go, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back. And as your animal spirit at this time, you guys got the fish. Maybe some of you are Pisces. And the fish is symbolizing happiness, changes, and fertility. And it's here to remind you, do not feel guilty about any decisions you have made. Sorry, the change is for the better. So maybe the reason it's been hard for you to let go of something or someone is because you feel guilty. You feel like you're responsible for this or responsible for that person. And that is stopping you from maybe living your life or making the decision that you want to make. So don't feel guilty about anything that you do, you know, just you got to focus on you, and the people who really love you and care about you will always understand and support you in your decisions, okay? And then as your crystal that you guys can most resonate with or may help you at this time is orange calcite, and it's associated with the sacral chakra. So maybe the chakra that you need to kind of focus or pay more attention to at this time. And it helps one overcome old negative patterns and habits, helps you embark on your new journey or endeavor, boosts creativity, increases your libido, encourages playfulness, lightheartedness, and confidence. And encourages oh wow, that's crazy. That's the crystal that you guys got. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, because like when I do these, I don't look at the cards until I like record, right? That's so funny. Like you got the orange calcite, and you actually got this crystal here. Wow, synchronicity. I love when that happens. Makes me so happy. But an affirmation that I want you guys to practice with me at the same time is, I'm fully capable of reaching my full potential. I'm fully capable of reaching my full potential. So that is the affirmation associated with orange calcite, okay? All right, cool. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay, so group 3, I see that where you are right now is like you're being reborn. You're entering into a new space. You're starting a new beginning, or you're maybe at a new stage in your life. Like maybe you just got out of a relationship, or you're moving, or you're in a new place, or you start a new job, or you're just kind of like, it's like you're starting from scratch again. Everything that you knew, it's like you're throwing it all away. And you want to just like take a new chance again. You want to just start fresh. And I feel like you're starting fresh now. You're being reborn. You're remembering who you are, or you're starting to remember your true essence and the reason why you're here, your purpose. And so you're starting at zero. You're starting from scratch. And I feel like you're starting to realize your power, your potential, and wanting to be more true to you, of who you are. But I see that what could be hindering you or blocking you at this time is low self-esteem or low confidence in yourself. Maybe a lack of energy or lack of motivation, of drive, of maybe you think that you're not charismatic, or that you know, you are not as you're not extroverted enough, or you don't have the like leadership or the strength maybe to push forward. So I feel here that the only thing that holds you back at this time is your own thoughts about yourself, and feeling like you're not strong enough, or you don't have the energy. You're like, oh, I'm not confident enough, or I'm not good at this, or like you doubting yourself, you know, because I feel like you have so much potential. You are so special. You have many gifts and many talents. And the reason why maybe things haven't been growing or manifesting maybe as fast as you would hope is because your lack of belief in yourself sometimes. I think you do believe in yourself, but then there are times when you like doubt yourself and you're like, oh, like, I don't know, I'm not sure. And in those times is when you need to snap yourself out of it and be like, nope, I'm not gonna let my own fears and doubts get in between. I'm stronger than this. I have what it takes, and I'm gonna keep going till I make it happen. And I see that what you do need to be focusing on, or where you should be putting your energy and time into, is your growth. You know, focus on taking little steps right now, and your independence. I feel like you're trying to become more independent, whether it's like financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, or all of the above. That's what you need to focus on. Focus right now on your work, your career, your job, your family, whatever it is important to you, and focus on that, because as that builds and as that grows for you, that's gonna make you feel more confident in yourself. It's gonna make you feel like, you know what, wow, like I thought that was so hard, but I did it. I can do it. I can manifest anything I want. I just have to take it day by day, step by step, and it's gonna happen. Okay? And just knowing that, you know, even if you don't have it right now, it doesn't mean you're not gonna get it. You are, but you just gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay inspired, okay? And don't ever feel like you don't have what it takes. Your own self-esteem or your own confidence is what holds you back sometimes. It's not that you're not smart, or you're not good at it, or you're not pretty enough or handsome enough. You are. It's just that you second guess yourself, you doubt yourself, and that's what holds you back. Okay? And I see what someone is thinking or feeling or wants to tell you is, I'm ready. I'm ready. So actually what I'm picking up from this is that this is your soulmates or your twin flame, if you believe in that, like their higher self calling to you, looking for you, telling you, hey, I'm ready for you. Like, please come, like follow your heart, follow your journey, follow your destiny, because the more you do that, the closer and the faster we're gonna meet and come together. So I feel here someone's higher self, your soulmate or twin flame, is calling to you and telling you that they're ready for you and they want to meet you, or they want to come into your life. So that's why you're being kind of pushed to step into this new space, start fresh again, be like renewed, reborn, because this is where you need to be at this time, and you're being pushed and guided to go on a different journey that is more aligned with you and where you're supposed to be. Okay, and as your advice here, it's about listening. I mean, I have a little mug of tea, which is so funny. I think we were talking about tea, or was that with another group? I forget. But it says, advice is being given to you from someone in your circle. It's time to put stubbornness to one side and consider the advice. So there may be someone in your life, maybe it's a mother, uncle, father, mentor, sister, someone who you know they're right. The advice, or maybe something that they're suggesting to you, like, you know they're right, but maybe you're like not wanting to give them reason, or you want to do your own thing. But maybe pay attention to what they say, because there could be some truth in that. It doesn't have to be like you have to do everything they say, but deep down inside, I think you know when someone is being real with you, you know when it's the truth. And in that moment, it's important for you to be honest with yourself. Like, you know what? All right, you're right. Instead of like trying to be stubborn and not give them reason, just, you know what? Okay, you know what? Yep, you're right. Okay? And as your angel advice, you guys got steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So your angels, your guides, spirit guides want to remind you that take things step by step. You're making progress. It's not about making the big jump and getting to your destination right away. It's making daily progress, making progress every day, little by little, okay? And that's what matters. And being holding yourself accountable, and just knowing that like every day, you know, if you're not at the same place you were yesterday, you're making progress, and that's all that matters. Okay. All right. So group 3, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for our next reading. All right. Take care. Okay. So now, last but not least, group 4. So group 4, you guys were the green Aventurine. Is that how you say it? Yeah, green Aventurine. Here you go. Pretty, pretty. Okay, so group 4, what I want you to know is you are empowered. You are empowered, okay? And if this is something that you've been struggling with, feeling empowered, just know that you can change that right away by you just telling yourself, you know what? I am empowered. I'm in power. I am in control. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. I am empowered. And I think me just reminding you and telling you that is going to give you that boost, give you that energy to know that, yeah, you know what? I do have power and I am in control. Okay? And as your positive affirmation, you guys got everything is working out for my highest good. Everything is working out for my highest good. So you guys know the drill. I want you to practice saying that out loud 3 times if you can in the morning as you wake up and at night before you go to bed, but really say it with a lot of intention, like you really mean it and believe it, guys. Everything is working out for my highest good. And just know that even when things are going bad or not working out the way you had planned, the way you wanted, that it is gonna work out in the best way that is for your highest good, no matter what. It's like, I may not like it right now, but I know in the end it's gonna be worth it and I'm gonna learn and grow. Okay? All right, and you guys got card number 54, or you can have 5 + 4 in case that means something to you. And it says, don't sweat the small stuff. Like this bear, there's a mouse right on top of his head. He's like, all right, whatever. I'll just let him be. So I think you're just being reminded to not let little things get under your skin. Don't let little things bother you. Don't let people, irrelevant opinions and gossip and drama get under your skin or bother you, or people who don't even matter, people who don't add value to your life, what their opinions say, like what they say. Don't let that bother you, and try not to let little small inconveniences get under your skin as well. I think just the more unbothered you are, the less people can, or the less stress you will have, because no one will really be able to upset you, because you're just like, things can only upset you, things can only get mad if you let them, right? So you not giving them that power, that control, helps you regain your power and your control. So you're like, okay, cool, do what you want, I don't care if you say that about me, I don't care if you think that about me, good for you. And the more you do that, the more you realize that, you know, if they try to hurt you, they can't even hurt you, because it's like you've already built this shield, this protective shield on you, that no matter what they say or what they do, you're like, all right, whatever, do what you want. And I think the more you do that, the less things will bother you and the less people will try to bother you as well. And then what the universe wants to remind you of is about detours. There is an unexpected change in direction. Don't worry about where you will end up. You are being guided and protected. So you may have a few little detours, a few little changes that go on, but that's okay. You're gonna still get to your destination. Maybe there's something else along the way that, you know, the universe, your guides, your angels want you to see. Or, you know, maybe it's the other way that you were going was going to lead on a different path, and they're like, no, let's take you this way. Okay, so just trust. And then as your animal spirit, you guys got the lion, and it's symbolizing strength, assertiveness, and power. Maybe some of you are Leo or have Leo in your chart. And the lion is here to remind you that you have the courage and strength to overcome any challenges. So I feel like group 4, this is you guys right now are all about being in control, regaining your power, regaining your strength, and knowing what a powerful being, what a powerful spirit you are. If you knew how powerful you were, you would not let small things, you would not let these little things get to you, because the power that you possess is so much greater than all of these things that you let control you, that you let affect you, but you don't know that. So just know that any little thing that comes up, it's okay. You can overcome it. You will find a solution. You will get over it. It's not going to destroy you, even if it tries to, okay? And as your crystal, you guys got labradorite, like a Labrador. And it's associated with the throat, third eye, and crown chakra. So group 4, this makes me feel that you guys go through a lot of shit. You guys go through a lot of ups and downs. And the reason you go through so much, maybe more than most people, or at least more than the people around you, is because of your power. You're a powerful spirit. You're badass. The reason you go through this is because the universe, God, the angels, they know your strength. They know your power. If other people had to go through what you went through, they would be dead. They would not survive. But you're powerful. That's why you're able to endure. That's why you're able to do all these things, because you're the strongest one. And sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Sometimes you're like, oh, wow, why does it always feel like I'm getting hit with everything? Why is it always me? It's because you're the strongest one. Everyone else is not as strong as you. They're weaker, so they can't handle as much, but you can. If that kind of helps you understand it, I think you'll see that, wow, that's true. You know, despite what has happened in my life, I was able to rise above it. I'm still here. And other people would probably not be able to function, would not have been able to survive the things that you have survived. So just know that the amount of difficulties you go through life is really symbolic of your power and how strong you are, okay? It's like, you know, when people go into battle, you know, like in the movies, in the war, the people who are like the leaders are usually the ones that are the powerful ones, the strong ones in control, right? And the weaker ones are probably in the back, or, you know, the women, they're sewing or knitting or nursing or something like that. So just know that you're powerful, and that's why you're put on the front line, because you're able to handle it. You're able to take on more than maybe others. Okay, and so with labradorite, it's a stone of transformation, helping you get through big changes in your life, such as moving or a career change. And it stimulates your imagination, promotes psychic abilities, and helps treat disorders of the eye and the brain. And an affirmation that I want you to practice with me, associated with labradorite, is I welcome transformation in my life. I welcome transformation in my life. And I think moving forward, I want you guys to look at any changes, any transformation that takes place in your life, like, all right, let's get this going. All right, let's do it. I'm ready for it. Like, I'm not scared of this. Let's go for it. All right, cool. Throw at me what you want. I can handle it. Because the more you are in that mentality, then you're just gonna be like, wow, okay, they're not scared. All right, cool. Like, they're not gonna be testing you. You're not gonna receive all these tests or these challenges. It's like, you know, like, think of someone at school who maybe was like a bully or people were scared of. Like, people would never challenge that person. Why? Because they know they're tough. They know that they're scary, and they will never try to confront that person. So you are kind of, I'm not saying to be a bully, don't be a bully, but if you're such a power, and you know you're a powerful spirit, and you walk with this aura that you know that you're the shit and that you can handle anything, people can feel that energy. Like, you could be the smallest, skinniest person, but if you have that aura, that energy about you, people are not gonna mess with you. It's an energetic thing, okay? All right, so let's see. Group number 4. All right, so some of you could be Virgos, or maybe you have Virgo somewhere in your chart. So what's going on with you guys right now, group 4, is that I feel like you're having a hard time connecting with your higher self. You're having a hard time maybe connecting spiritually, or kind of like you may be feeling like spiritually attacked. You may be feeling like you are not, like, you keep getting thrown all these things that get you off track, get your mind all messed up. Like, you feel like your mind is not right. You're not able to focus. You're not able to get your tasks done, or you're kind of like lacking organization, or lacking small details are like missing from your life, or things that are not adding up. And like, it feels like your spirit, your chakras are not aligned. and therefore you're kind of like thrown off, you're like all over the place and you don't know maybe what to believe, or things have just been taking you off your game, taking you off track, and that's not where you want to be. You want to be at peace, but I feel like right now you don't feel at peace. You feel anxious, you feel high anxiety or a lot of stress, and spiritually it's like your spirit is not, you don't feel aligned. Maybe you are aligned. No, that's wrong. Like if you don't feel aligned, it's because you're not aligned. And I feel like what could be blocking you or what's hindering you at this time is your own desires, your own needs to be emotionally safe, to be emotionally full, and maybe being too fixed on the end result and on what you need to do for other people, and that taken away from you sometimes, because you may want to always do so much for others that you forget about yourself or you forget about your own needs. And sometimes you focus too much on, I think, on perfection, like you being perfect or having everything set, and if it's not perfect, if not set, then it's a disaster, I'm a failure. And it's not about that, guys. It's not. Because if you always strive for perfection, you're always going to be disappointed. You're never going to be satisfied. You're never going to be happy, because nothing's ever going to turn out perfect or the way that you maybe envision in your mind. And that kind of just sets you up for failure all the time. So you need to let go of your need, your desires to be perfect, to have everything, you know, the way that you want it, and let go of your own expectations about things, like, and be open to receive whatever is for you. 9 is repeated twice for you guys, so you could also be a Sagittarius, but I feel like you need new experiences in your life. You need to step out. You're calling, or you're having this, like, your soul needs like more spiritual energy. Maybe you're striving to feel you need more enlightenment, you need more spiritual friends, or need to be surrounded by people who understand you, who are encouraging you, who are pushing you. And I think a lot of you are just really needing new experiences. You need to expand and connect more, but also you have a lot of knowledge, I think, that you can share and teach with others. And I think it's time to kind of share that and express it with others. And that by doing that, you'll be learning at the same time, okay? And I feel like what you should be focusing on, or where you should be putting your energy into, is learning more about your past, learning more about maybe past mistakes, or your generation, things that have been repeating from generations in your family as well, that you feel maybe are repeating in this lifetime. And I think you are the person that is meant to break those, like, generational curses, break those patterns. And that's why you're having the hardest time right now, because you're the one that's going to break all those things. And I think right now at this time, it's going to be important for you to look through all those things in the past, the lessons, the patterns, and how you can break those things, or how you can set the bar and be different or do things differently. I also feel like there is stuff from your memory or stuff from your past, maybe things you used to read or things you watched before, people that you encountered that taught you something or left you certain important messages or something that you had hidden. Maybe there's an old letter or an old map or something that someone gave you at one point, and they're like, if you ever need this, or if you're ever thinking about this, just call me or reach out to me, or read this again when you come back, or when you think of this or think of me. And there's something that you're going to be looking for. So maybe you're going to start looking for something in your garage, in the attic, or in the internet, but there's something from the past. If it's not from your family history or something from, you know, in the past, that is going to help you figure this out. It's going to help enlighten you and help you feel more spiritually aware, help you connect spiritually with your higher self. Okay, some of you, I think, need to learn if you have karmic debt, which you can, you know, search on the internet, karmic debt calculator, and just check, you know, your numbers. I also feel that there is stuff from your past that is like haunting you or is like coming back around, and it's coming back because there's something that was not finished or unfinished business. I also see that some of you may live, or you may know someone who lives in an environment or in a place where they feel like there's paranormal activity or ghosts or weird things happening. In that area where they live, there may have been some history there. There may have been something that happened in that place that you don't know about or they don't know about. And if you just search, you may figure that out and then be able to kind of release or let go of those spirits that need to pass on or go into the light. Okay? All right, so a lot of messages for group 4. But what someone is thinking or feeling or wants to tell you is very soon. So group 4, someone is coming to visit you very soon, or you're going to visit someone, but I feel like you're going to be flying. You're going to be reaching higher altitudes very soon. So I feel like group 4, you're on a very strong spiritual journey, really intense, really difficult, but the result and where you're going to be is crazy, and you'll just out of this world. So hang on tight, and just know that you're going to be flying higher and have higher perspectives very soon. But also I feel like someone's coming to see you, or you're going to be seeing someone very soon. Okay? And this person may be at a distance, or maybe you guys live far away, but it doesn't have to be. All right, and then as your warrior advice is about harmony. You're doing everything you can to manifest the successful conclusions you seek. Stop being so hard on yourself. You're doing enough. Yes, group 4, you may be perfectionists, and that perfectionism is what worries you, stresses you out. So stop worrying about the end result or doing things so perfectly and everything fitting the right way. You're doing everything that you can, and you're doing a good job. So get yourself a pat on the back. Don't be so hard on yourself. I feel like you are your own worst critic, okay? And then as your angel advice, you guys got have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will blow your courage and faith. So group 4, be confident in yourself. Know that you have what it takes to move forward, and always keep your head held high no matter what. Whether things are going good or going bad, just know, okay, whatever, like, I'm gonna keep it pushing. It's gonna work out. It's okay. And just one little setback doesn't mean you're a failure, okay? Because we all go through that. So don't be too hard on yourself, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped you or brought some enlightenment or made you think about something. And I want to thank you so much for being here, for watching. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this little change up. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to switch it up. And yeah, all right, so take care of you guys. I wish you all the best, and I love you all so much. Bye.